Alright, let's take a look around. That's what I mentioned. The drone is actually slender. Reports a Xenos raid against the merchant ship. Inquisition Soldier, Lord Inquisitor. Chef Alantak.
You are accused of consorting with Xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind.
Alright. Pulsating strands stretching under Cassia's headpiece, one wrapping around her neck while the others drain the lifeblood. Bloodless body, enormous teeth. Every exposed area digestates a model of interactive patterns of scarlet blisters. Countless tiny blades that sprouted from Adira's body. Countless injection marks, black tendrils like webs. Seneschal. Limbs were amputated and then sewn back onto his body with remarkable skill and precision, using human tendons. Pastel's augment.
The Tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
I do not wish to. Here comes the principal witness. The road trader himself. Henry gives you a cold look. If the present evidence was not enough to convince you, his testimony would conclude this confusing case. What's that? It's one here. Nope. Bred this boy into this trial, and now expect someone will lend an ear to a lowly heretic testimony. I thought better of you, interrogator Von Kalitz. I was so very wrong. Sounds even harsher and angrier than you remember. Visitor made a vaguely dismissive gesture. Enough, let him speak. The sooner this business is concluded, the better. Listen to you. Shielded by the Emperor's warrant of trade granted by the Imperium, Theodora Mavelchius more than once allowed herself to openly collaborate with Xenos. You've never seen such intense grimace on the interrogator's face. She plunged her entire protector into apostasy and heresy, including the current road trader, and went out of her way to prevent the Inquisition and me personally from maintaining order inside the Expanse. Does the road trader admit to fraternizing with Xenos? Craved base profits. Serving them as a puppet and rejecting the God Emperor's blessed light. The Xenos is gone. Why is the Lord Inquisitor here and Theodora's reanimated corpse too? Didn't she die? Everything is wrong here. No, she's alive. You were her loyal servant, and she made you serve the Xenos. Died, you say? Get one simple truth into your empty brain. Dear Dad, the role in these events is inevitable. You shall think think me the emperor on the golden throne if I choose, and think me dead if it strikes my fancy. But this is not what matters right now. Just looking in your directions makes me sick. Why must I speak to the filth? The last words are obviously meant for the court, not you. Hemorrhage bends over with a crooked smile. Road trader, are you all right? Or was your heretical association of Zeno so disrupted that you lost your mind? Inquisitor leans forward slightly at the sight of your anguish. For a brief moment, the boredom in his eyes is gone. Hmm. Hmm. You had lost before you even unsheathed your blade, Hedris. You need not worry, dear Lord Captain. I was not. It was not my intention to bring up unsupported claims. Fish the dead, Slade skillfully manipulates the device until he locates the necessary information. The road trader uncovered the tribes of Yodaria, the most important asteroid of the Von Vouch's Protectorate, which feeds many Imperium colonies in the expanse. Instead of purging the planet of Xenos menace, he allowed the Inhumans to take refuge. It's true, you did it. In the shadows of power and the corrupting of Jansen society, even as we speak, who knows, perhaps another rebellion will not be long in coming. The roadster has often been accompanied by a Xenos companion. It is true, the Xenos elite was one of your retinue, and through the warrant of trade does allow one to grant stations to individual specimens. What is not what it What is this if not confirmation of Van Valshi's family's loyalty to the enemies of humanity? The road trader's ties to Drukari, a different subspecies of Eldari, are just as obvious. Who else would help divine a carefully prepared plan of the Drukari if not other Drukari? Nations of Van Valshis always ended up in the location of that Drukari raid, knowing for certain they would be destroyed. The Inquisitor himself gave me his blessing to use Xenos as I saw fit. Why then am I standing on trial? The words fly from your lips, but their meaning belongs to someone else, and you are aware of this, except there is nothing you can do about it. Your voice is dreadfully hoarse, and all the screaming and torture. I confess to cooperating with Xenos. Cooperation is a double-edged sword. Sometimes you use your partner, and sometimes your partner uses you, which is what happened to the road trader. Lady Theodora used him to undermine the standing of the Imperium in the Expanse. Tribunal remained silent, although those present cast ancient glasses at their predecessor. At this point, the tribunal probably wants to know what the true intents of Van Vals's dynasty are. The road trader claims he has been waging war against Lutari the entire time, except was there really a war? Or was it another carefully staged performance? Henrich is looking at you closely, almost without blinking. Allow me to explain what actually happened. Enough of this circus. Fuck. I want to break out. Straight up.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Yep.
You are accused of
Save. Save.
The tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
Okay. I counted to last. Switch himself. Enough of this farce. Nope.
The tribunal is waiting for your explanation.
Fuck the tribunal. More power. Aha! Facing towards monstrosity, his skin stretching to the limit across the bones of his skull, his voice ringing in fury. Hey, Morad, do not try to squeeze between the strands of the web, Monkai. Do what you were brought here for. You're really saying that your war with the Drukhari was not a hoax? Then how did you and your foolish subjects know the coordinates of the enemy's ship every time? How do you know their targets? Do you think you're expert on all things Xenos were shrewd enough to divine, carefully devised plans from the Cabal's finest? No one other than Drukhari could do that. And even then, only a few. This means you were in collusion with them. Bull-headed stubbornness does not benefit a man of your pedigree, Road Trader. But since you have decided to deny everything, I will summon another witness. I am sure everyone will find it interesting to explore the sword story from another angle. The court so desires, my speech will run like a river and wash away your doubts. I found a shard of my home in the Road Trader's chambers, and the entire trapdoor vanished among the stars. The only clue of its fate resting in the hands of this Monkai. That was when I began to suspect that he had something to do with the misfortune that had befallen Kudak. Do not be deceived by his breed, this cunning predator lurking behind the fluttering of fragile butterfly wings. His feeble species, he has mastered the mysteries of many of this world's cultures, the secret of the universe, and ancient artifacts. The fine art of war, the intricacies of deceit, all embodied in a single Monkai, however hard it may be to believe. However, the thread that bound our past broke the moment I realized the Monkai's involvement in the disappearance of my home. To flee the Road Trader, I tracked down and eliminated his chief tracker, who was pursued by our kin in this part of the galaxy for many years, and thus earned clemency before this court. So Achilles did not simply vanish, you helped him disappear. Henritz nods curtly. I say he had only himself to blame. An agent who cannot recognize the impending threat is useless. Henritz nodded satisfaction, noticing your reaction, or rather the lack of it. Court has been presented with enough evidence. I hope no one is harboring any doubts as to the guilt of the Von Vouch dynasty. But let us allow the Road Trader to say his final word. We are all curious to know what you have gleaned from this inquiry. I hope I succeed in spoiling your little show, Mazurai. All you had to do was submit, useless Montai. Trust me, you will pay for your antics 100 times over. If you like jokes, do you? I will cut your filthy mouth wide open from ear to... Enough. Ooh, I can't wait to kill you. And you. After the spell is lifted, staggering pain pierces your body, darkness clouds your vision, and nausea creeps up your throat, but the wounds you manage to forget soon remind you that you are still alive. Muffled clapping tears away from your vice, tears you away, tears from the vice of agony. Drakari in the center of the chamber observe you coldly from under the golden mask, causing your insides to clench. A Dracan of Cabal of the Raving Tempest has been cast down by his own impetude in the attempt to take part in the Thralian Akathril. Never did I think that my eyes would be destined to hold the greatest disgrace of a Dark One, a true-born humbled by a low creature before the counts of the Archons. Look at your elite. Elite absorbs every word, occasionally wincing in pain and covering her weeping wounds, her posture and gesture of full attention like prey cornered by the batch of a predator. On half of his face is hidden behind a golden mask, and an intermediate visage that the other half is showing a malice, sharp-toothed leer. The Xenos' elaborate armor, picture stalled and patchy, and stand impaled by countless blades and hoods. He carries himself with authority and ease, as though he is a ruler who holds the threads of fate and all those present tightly in his grip. Look at them. There is a genuine terror in Mazad's days, but his face remains impassive and calm. At one point, he catches your eye, and you can clearly see he is lusting for blood. Your blood. Listen to the conversation. Sidracious Bet, mighty Nazarene Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the chosen, voice of the Overlord of the Dark City, bringer demise, counter of 100 worlds. Dismisses Mazai like a bothersome fly. The Council of Archons has heard enough platitudes, Drakon Mazrai, and no longer wishes to. Sly intrigue, ruthless chills, jagged ice turns the lips. A solitaire. Or a harlequin? A harlequin. Unvolto verbos, the cut and thrust, keep time with the fate's own machinations grave. But those whose deft footwork lead to naught but dust, whilst from its brutal finish none can save, this play the puppet master granted me. To murky stalls, a path obliged. The puppet master has Vet himself invited you to this chamber. The Archon chokes on his own words, but quickly regains its composure. No matter. You may be our guest, Arvanin, but you are merely a spectator in this performance, and spectators do not belong on the stage, as you undoubtedly know. Do not interfere. The stranger presses a delicate finger to the lips of his sorrowful mask and says with a twinkle in his eyes, a shadow in the shadow I will be. Listen to the conversation. It has been a long time since it's been in court. Last saw such an entertaining spectacle as this. The accusations flung at Archon Yemrus may be serious, but I see no reason to attempt to delve into their substance. Drakari on the throne looks at Mazrai with a hungry leer, clearly waiting for his reaction. Eyes wide and full of astonishment and disbelief, he seems to have been certain the outcome did not expect what he is hearing now. His lips twist into enraged snarl, hatred directed at the Xenos on the throne, and yet it finds no outlet under the gaze of a dozen Drakari in the chamber. The arena will make you answer for the insult to the courts. The arena will strip you of your titles and your skin. And the contender's blow will break your bones and your pride. Nothing but blood and suffering. will wash away the shame the Drakon has brought upon himself this day. The hiss of rage, Mazur draws his blade, preparing to fight back. Turn to you, Yemris. Majesty knows interrupted Archon echoes, and all the mass upon their march now stand. The slave of vanity, the spires ascend. The thief and the traitor cast downward by hand. Unbeknownst to all, their fate depends upon a lead on scene, a player green. Still leans forward his eyes and eyes you with genuine interest. The mask hides his narrow face, and his motley garb shimmers in the dim light. Spelling the camera off Deberon. Darton angrily balls his fist, the shadow of his wraith hanging over the Eldari interloper like a thundercloud. I thought your words were worth more, but you insult me by interrupting the trial again. Neil swaps into a theatrical bow without taking his eyes off Nazari's face. You, Archon, speak repute and truth. Fate's melodies in Snarl's fantastic have trapped me here, and when I heard them play, I could not keep my lips from grinning wide. Here comes the hour for shadows to retreat, to where the curtain waits the rise, the laugh with no beginning, now sends forth the call. Alright. Haze of warm pain, lie motionless, know you rest. Murky gloom slowly dissolving in nothingness. Sometimes your response is troubled by unpleasant, perpetuous tremors coming from the place where your lades used to be. You do your best to ignore them. Away you vultures is not your prey. A vaguely familiar voice reaches you through the curtain of darkness, but your disobedient thoughts refuse to reveal where and when you have heard it before. Was it recently or 100 lifetimes ago? The trembling coming from your lades replays with a violent jerking motion, then it finally stops. From the phantasmal retreat and deftly seized the merchant vagabond, the puppet master strings left dangling and rise up to take your place and dance. Sparks ignites the darkness, and the light ruthlessly touches the gloom that envelops you. An ugly image of reality around you assaults your retina. You can feel your body again and realize it is filled with pain. Your shoulder is sore from an injection. Till I did a couple recap, my vital status is yet to be determined. Alas, the bliss of death will save you not, the whirring waltz of chance and gloom you'll dance. Feel my body. In your direct decision, every inch of your body is suffering. There's a dull, deliberate, debilitating pain in your head, caused by chemicals of some kind. The body is covered in deep cuts, made either for fun or with sinister intent. All your organs appear to be intact. The same cannot be said for your blood. You have lost a great deal. Finally, a strange gnawing spasm occasionally flares in the base of your skull. It is not severe, but for some reason, it's what concerns you most of all. All your equipment is gone, as are your shoes. You do not even have a knife at hand to fend off enemies or open your veins. Look around. You are surrounded by the dead. Your eyes refuse to focus. You have a Harlequin's kiss on your wrist. That's fucking terrifying. That long tube on his wrist, it's basically a fucking punch weapon or a short range weapon, and it basically just sends a piece of filament into the body and it just scrambles you. Seen me somewhere before. Seen you somewhere before. A dream mystery by death. While I not here, the roles have been decided now, but I will play your part. Perhaps the plot will draw you back together or doom. He gave me a gun. Power of honor. Plus 10 toughness. Permanent. Fresh injury. Ugly better. Fuck, that's supposed to be Camarade though. Look sick as fuck.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Nothing to be of use.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
I'm gonna grab something real fast. Be right back. Don't think that worked.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Nothing to be of use.
Just as I planned.
There we go. At the moment, it is impossible to remove trophies from the Targo since communication with the flagship has been disabled. Pop save.
Failure is just a temporary setback. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Moves 12, removes bleeding, burning. Plus low Xenos.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences. I won't forget this.
Okay, there we go. The fresh wounds are gone. Don't hurt me.
Keep your wits about you.
Wounds barely hurt at all, and your body feels surprisingly light. What is this? Pleasant voice, strange device invites you to put your hand in the depths and press the activation button. Nothing that way.
Is there money to be made?
Better. It's off. That corpse is mine. Whatever the dead have, I take it.
I won't let it define me.
Okay.
I'll learn from this mistake. That's how it's done.
Another medkit. Skin patch. Removes 1 trauma. Is this trauma?
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
No, that is not a trauma. her body feel surprisingly.
I always keep my options open.
Time to search that.
Failure is just a temporary setback. I won't let it define me.
Wait. Search him again.
Failure is just a temporary
It's a fucking coin flip. Come on.
I won't let it define me.
Bastardo.
Just as I planned.
There we go.
Let us not dawdle.
Back up to here. Can I search that? Wide maw, this huge stretch of the mallowed rim, promises to disgorge a few more bodies to keep you company.
I always get the job done.
You know what's a real odd thing, just like cultural-wise? Fucking, in Japan, after a cremation, it's customary for you and like your and the immediate family of the deceased to sit around the ashes and pick out the bone fragments with very, very long serving chopsticks. All right. Search him. You surrender to the cough that lies down and lie down. I don't surrender to shit.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Skin patch.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Woody Death Wish. That's why you came here to gut people like us. Get in anywhere.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
There's a fresh wound.
Keep your wits about you.
Get that fresh injury off.
I won't forget this.
Feels surprisingly light. Shrieker.
Is there money to be made?
Alright. To the pit. Malice Servant.
Let us not dawdle.
Kill him outright. I'm gonna grab a beer. Center of attention is snake-like Xenos. He is engaged in conversation with pale-haired looking Drukari, and pay you no mind, much less everyone else in here. Survey the room. Gatherers armed and all bear scars, and many of them have fresh wounds. There's few humans among the Xenos. They clamor in a mishmash of tongues, and their laughter reigns with lunacy and bloodlust. The air is thick with an all-pervading sense of doom. Trained eye does not fail to notice that virtually everyone in this place is under the influence of some substance or another, and powerful ones at that. It seems to have wound up in a narcotics den. Observe the scaled Xenos. The leader of the gang is powerful, built his scaled hide. His scaled hide is reinforced with engraved metal in several spots. His long tail curls around and around as a snake-like head sways gently from side to side. The Xenos is enjoying a state of blissful relaxation. His companion, the gaunt Drukari, is looking at him ostensibly. Her entire body is adorned with hundreds of embedded steel beads and thousands of red injector marks. Address the leader, may we speak. Snake-like Xenos either fails to notice your presence or simply ignores you. Your iridescent eyelids membrane slide over his eyes, momentarily shuttering them. No doubt a telling look of his kind. Without deigning to look at you, the cadaverous Drutari mutters, Malice wants you to disappear, pathetic whelp. Step away from the Xenos.
I always keep my options open.
Nothing over there. Here. Get up to here. Pop a save.
done.
Power is such that his tech needs to subdue even the twisted spirit of the Xenos machine. Waste no time, you approach the scaled ringleader of the rubble. Justly more comfortable now, the sleepy torpor induced by the low temperatures has been replaced by the languid ease of an undisputed leader in his element. The converter has been repaired. Help me. Why should I? Malice lets you contempt. The converter is fixed already. What is the point of me helping you? The little strength you had left in your body has run out. You collapse on the floor and find darkness nearly extinguished. Your mind permanently envelops your vision once more. Fine, patch up the humanling. He's proven to be more useful than the rest of you put together. This slave returns to you. Your body is still in pain, but you're no longer the brink of death. Your wounds have been crudely closed with metal clams, and your throat is popped with ejectotrats. As though you have been wearing a net pile of needles. The one who rendered the first aid to you, who is certainly not a qualified surgeon, someone who would typically be permitted to administer to a person of illustrious road trader. Since you're back with us, I don't know whether to offer you my congratulations or my commensalities. Wait silently for the Xeno. I owe you. What is your price? Straight to business. I like it. You truly do owe me, but we will discuss that when you are no longer lying on the floor like a strap of dead meat. As soon as you stand up, you are seized by a strange sense of unreality. It's as if you are still there in the wicked darkness, that everything around you is merely a twisted mirage. Doubt seeps into your mind like a poison surging its contact with your body. You have to make a deliberate effort to hold on to the thoughts that you are you. Dying parasite in the road trader's body that is poisoning his mind with hallucinating toxin. What is your mind mad demon trouble? I saw it latch onto your spinal cord when you were being patched up. A fat, well-fed grub it was, with lots of teeth. It's dying now. They have a short lifespan, which means its poison is especially toxic. You lose touch of reality from time to time, and when the mind magic dies, the final dose of poison will make you think your body is not your body at all, and then your heart will stop beating. I could have pulled the thing out of you, of course, but I thought, why should I? Consider it a guarantee of your gratitude towards me. When you've earned your healing, I'll release you from it. The lipless mouth streaks into a bloodthirsty grin. What do you want from me? Go for me. Go to the main road sector and find a freak called the Commissar, one of your kind, and spill his guts for me. Do that, and earn my favor. And in the chasm, that counts for a lot. They need a more serious weapon. Prove that you're useful first. Do this, and Malice will see you have a decent toy to play with. But not before. In the meantime, you can pick something out of the junk pile. Malice gestures at a container half full of shoddy equipment. What an off-putting name. Very well, I would kill him. It's a low shot.
I won't let it define me. Failure is just a temporary setback.
Stop failing.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Mm. About to hit tier 3 of Iconoclast. The road trader and their allies spend 30 less momentum when activating. Any ally ability that may target an ally and has a resistance test will be resisted by allies. Any attack from allies that may hit other allies will be dodged if possible. So next turn, the Road Trader becomes immune to any attacks from Demon, Xenos, and all demons and Xenos in a 5-star radius. Consider them a priority target. All weapons on the battlefield become warp imbued for 1 round, gaining bonus damage equal to 5 times veil degradation percentage and an additional 5 times veil degradation armor penetration. Only be used once per combat. I'm pushing dangerously close to Radical.
I always get the job done.
Offer blow is carved. Tear out the gladiator's augments. Veteran Electro Draft. Frenio Shut marks the property of the Astral Materium used to directly connect to the armored vehicle. In Silvered Rim is an indicator of the owner's veteran status. Throw the armor on. Fucking better than nothing. Dari Lawn Rifle, Righteous Anger. It's one-handed, right? Shotguns are one-handed for me. Fuck it, we're taking all of it. Put the ads on too. Hits to 8. Be higher than a lot of the stuff here, isn't it? Alright, you're up there now.
Backup plan.
We have weapons now and some armor. Sense of unreality rolls in breaking the connection between your body and mind. Let's go.
We got goods right there.
Always keep your eye on the price.
All right. Just off to this. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's an issue. Activate the switch. Oh, the bender died. Sits to 8. That's better. Load. Damn. Streets of the chasm. Part of me's curious. Did I make it all the way over to the fucking...
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this galaxy.
I'll adorn myself with your flayed skin.
Okay, so there's only 3 of them. Fight him.
I'll make it happen.
Fuck him up.
You are doomed!
On it.
Not sure if this is a good idea or not.
It's
64.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
When turns to use, the character removes the blinded, immobilized. Okay, that's 1 dead. Okay. So you choose an unconscious familiar in the line of sight within 5 cells, and familiar drains maximum wounds. Move to here. Apprehend him. Tag him. Battle mode tear. Jason, the protected ally, gains +1 to his T tear to risk less at the end of combat. shoot.
See to it personally.
Mm. Good parry. That's not so good.
Who, if not me?
Luckily, we get multiple fucking attacks per turn. That's gonna save us on this encounter.
On it. I won't compromise my principles.
Shoot him. Shit. And him.
See to it personally. It's as good as done.
We did one more. Nope.
I'll
Shoot
make
him.
it happen.
Yeah, fucking dodge. Good parry.
You should
Activate.
feel honored to witness this.
Turn to an extra attack. Also increased damage.
Who, if not me? I'll make it happen.
This should end him. Good shit. Oh god, it'd be at this point that being able to use Drutari's shit would come in handy. Reinforced Cabalot Light. Drop that. Incubus Armor. Wear resistant boots, trying 5 plus agility, 8 dodge, and attacks of opportunity. Alright.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Head in here. Alright. Now don't pop another save, because, you know, we're save happy in this fucking, in any Owl Cat game. Up to here.
Just as I planned.
That's fixed. You. Already been through this. Wait for this to continue. What do you want from me? Do you need a more serious weapon? Mangled Sector with an off-putting name. Very well, I'll kill him.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, now time to run through this again.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
All for a pair of boots.
I won't let it define me. Just a
Okay.
temporary setback.
Reload. Come on.
Won't let it
You whore. That's 3. It's a 1 out of 5 chance. But I want those. I want that armor implant. So I want to drive a fucking tank.
Success is the only
There we go. Turret layers augments. Take all. I don't know what I'll be able to fucking have. Wait. We'll grab all Dari fucking weapons and shit next time we level up. Don't have enough strength for that, but I have enough for power armor. $35, $15. Better.
Is there money to be made?
All right. Very good. Search that. Yeah, that bite disappeared, so good thing I went bad. Over to here. Lift to the main road sector.
Let us not dawdle.
It's fucking human powered. Of course it is. Why'd that guy run up? Tomatal Opera. That was heading to the main road sector. Okay, I am in the main road sector. There's Argenta, Commissar. Is Abelard. There's Abelard. But it's 25. Like that. Road Trader, the Dragon Emperor who did not forsake his chosen one. I prayed that our paths would cross once more. Your arrival is timely indeed. The Emperor's chosen on our side. We cannot come out of hiding and exert vengeance upon the enemies of humanity, but I shouldn't take up your time. Speak instead to the Commissar, the one who leads these valiant souls. He will tell you everything you need to know. Who are these people? I found such an Imperium who were taken into the den of misery and despair, scattered across the vast chasm. They were condemned to suffer for the amusement enemies of humanity. But the beasts were wrong in thinking we would simply resign ourselves to our fate. I share my faith in the future with them, the future that we will claim with him upon our lips. What happened to you? When you betrayed me, I lost consciousness soon after being dragged into the shadows. I came to in a filthy arena. They had set some clawed beast against me. When I slew it, they sent another. I killed them all, one after another, and the unseen spectators demanded more and more. Last opportunity, one of the beasts I fought damaged the enclosure. I managed to escape the arena. You should have seen how quickly the scum who whooped and cheered from the stand set off after me. I forged a path to Sword and Bolter and wandered for a long time in darkness, and then I wound up here where a loyal servant of the Emperor found me and gave me a chance to serve him again. You will join me, will you not? Once the people around her, I have served the resistance for as long as I could. My duty to these people is done. It is high time I rejoined you and pursued my original mission. But first, allow me to offer a few final words of guidance to my flock. Argenta turns her audience. Her voice fills with zealous fire. Servants of the Emperor, children of humanity, be strong in your resolve and pure in your faith. For our deliverance is at hand. Steel your hearts, and a great trial lies ahead of us all. But the reward for passing it is freedom. Alright, pull that over.
Duty prevails.
Always keep your eye on the price.
We have no tech use. Okay, so I don't have any charges at the moment. There we go. What is that? Flames of Retribution. Shield. At the start of combat, the wielder suffers 1 level of burning and cannot remove burning through resistance stats. At the end of their turn, the wielder inflicts 0 levels of burning on all adjacent creatures. The enemy affected are Xenos or Demon. They additionally suffer 0% damage with 5% armor penetration. The shield is allowed the wielder to blot attacks. Set
Never
that.
doubt me.
I'm aware.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay, what do we have here? Another plasma charge. Riposte gloves. The wearer is an assassin, successfully dodges or repairs an enemy attack. Automatically creates an additional opening on the enemy on the side closest to the wearer. 8% parry when using swords. Whenever the wearer parries with a sword, they immediately counterattack, causing the enemy become staggered. The wearer blocks, dodges, or parries, and attack momentum increases by +10. Below that,
The Emperor favors me today.
I always have a backup plan.
okay. Vibration that permeate the space as the death throes of atoms becoming nothing. A lurid shimmer of nothingness promises peace and quiet.
I always keep my options open.
Collect all.
Duty prevails.
Alright, we got it crossed. Got all that. Abelard. Barely recognizes your loyal seneschal. Abelard Roshian is a pitiful hunchback figure. His officer bearing his broad shoulders, surreptitious and gaze, all drawn without trace, but what you see before you is a decrepit, quivering old man rummaging through the melodious refuse and mumbling under his breath. It takes you a second to make sense of his hoarse lips. Twarthena, love, white amethyst and fruits, of course, love. The children are making mischief again. Twarthena, where are you? The old man's frail voice is laden with tenderness and longing. Not that old. This is your Lord Captain speaking. Twarthena, Aberlin laughs faintly and immediately launches into a bout of coughing. Deep lines run across his face from the blurry film of cataracts. Clouds' eyes. The drive stems are at it again. Another council session, another appeal to the lodgedoms. They will never be satisfied, love, until they make us and our children disappear. Prevent the Minotaurums to attack the Imperium states that the army officer of the Imperium who submits to third degree Xenos influence or higher, which is a traitor and a heretic. I have no heretics under my command, Seneschal. I order you to counter this illusion at once. Get to it, officer. Evelyn flinches, his brow furrows, and a glow lights up his watering eyes. Heretic. I remember that you brush up on your regulations before accusing an officer. The Dinam Prenum Erratatum abolishes the Xenos influence categorization, and therefore, his vision somewhat cleared, Abelard looks at you and takes a shuddering breath. Saint's blood, Lord Captain, you're alive. With a drone, Abelard tries to straighten his hunchback. Thank the God Emperor, the death has not found you yet. Then again, given the circumstances, it may be for the worst. I, for one, Abelard, have had enough of this heap of filth. It is time to move. I cannot agree more, Lord Captain. I serve House Von Valetius. Mm. can take that. Argenta. Take that.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Okay, so we're not going to push more forward. Five. Blow it.
I better myself through my service.
We cannot open that. But it's 100.
Naval service.
Is
That
there
was
money to be
barely a
made?
challenge.
Can't do anything with that. Racial toil was somewhat pitiful, but even the evident diligence and passion that went into the creation speaks. Talk to him. The stately man is in a Thomas Hart coat and tall service staff gestures at you at the sign of the Aquila, and solemnly announces another loyal servant of the throne has found his way to us through those confounded catacombs. Fear not. Approach if you have faith in the Emperor, and you will find only allies here. And here I thought the surprises were over. Whenever his warriors go, there must be a Thomasarch who embolden their spirit and inspire the doubtful, and all whom you see here are his warriors. Or require medical assistance. Not look too badly injured. For no desire to cause you harm. This jailed miscreant has long since wanted me dead. He traced my soldiers. He forced us from our base to this perilous place, and he will pay for his scheme soon. Once my plan is set in motion, it is a disgrace to serve one such as he. You want to join our ranks instead. Together we will berate the accursed city. What is your escape plan? I captured a small Xeno ship that has moved for Paris when unused dot. They moved it through quickly, but left the pilot alive to sail the ship back to Rio space. We can get to the dot through the dimensional portal located at our old base. Was in Sergeant Vedetta's squad that was tasked with capturing the ship. Did he survive? The Emperor protected him, and he did not fail the Emperor. Vajasi is in good health and waiting for us to arrive. Veritable Malice and his shriekers drove us out and took over the base, so the first order of business will be to confront him there. I propose that you take him by surprise and deliver the first strike. We will support the attack from the side. Every step in the Counselor's plan, when taken separately, seems viable enough. Combined together, however, the chances of success become ludicrously slim, and only a complete madman would agree to this strategy. How have you managed to accomplish so much? People under your command. I'll put my trust in you. Brothers and sisters in arms, new fighters have joined our ranks. The Emperor Drace is with us. One might think that archetypal commissar from the Imperial Guard propaganda posters are a life drawing of this man. He has a large and powerful jaw, his eyes, and who are you? Wonder why you have not been killed yet. Most suspicious. They've tried, oh, they've tried, but every time the Emperor protects his servants. What were the circumstances of your capture? Say, can I sense this dude out? No.
Rushna Dordle.
I'm fucking hungry.
What is up with the winged motherfucker?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
That? Wait. Come down here, shoot the corpse.
The Emperor favors me today.
Right here. On the trail, its return is triggered. They wear gains +1 AP and +1 agility bonus movement points for their next turn. +1 damage and range do not stack.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
There. with that. Oh, my drink's empty. Take care of that in a minute. And this way. Need to find Pascal. Wherever the hell he
I'll always
is.
have a backup.
Once again, sister, you say you managed to escape the prison the Xenos had put you in?
Yes. At least, I thought I had.
Just have for your body and mind. The opera. I'm gonna put a lot of Xenostat.
Keep your wits about you.
That lead. Mm. Do. Mm. Over to
Is there
here.
money to be made?
So I might just need to kill that fucker first. So portal to the arena. Select all items.
Rise to the top, or get
Okay, so we
left in the
can't
dust.
go yet. So we will need to end you first. Unless this... Anatomical opera. The anatomical opera.
I always keep my options open.
Not this way, me. Alright, so our only option is this. Come on. Is it because I have that as your primary? That's exactly what it is. This is going to get fucking bloody. Alright, sure, the Commissar will require decent equipment. It'd be too easy when you leave. I'll enjoy wondering if next I'll see you. Commissar says hello.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
What was that whimper, monkey?
It's Monk High, not Monkey, you fucking racist. You're gonna fuck them up. Boop.
Doubt is
Do
for
it.
the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Got a bolter, so I don't have guaranteed hits.
I'll do it.
Let's get to it.
Wonder if anyone's gonna show up to help. I don't remember. Seriously, adjudicant.
I'll see to it personally.
There's the bleed.
On it.
He's the issue.
Who if not me?
Protect.
I'll see to it personally.
You call this a strike?
I mean, kinda.
I'll make it happen.
Charge him.
At your beck
Favorite enemy.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target.
And that fucker.
Indeed.
Endure.
Scared yet?
Alright, that's right. You fuckers closed in on him. That's your own mistake.
Just a minor setback.
Aimed shot, 50 bonus to effective range of weapon and 10% hit chance.
Find it hard to believe in second
Doubt is
chances.
for the weak.
Nail him again.
That was a waste of a medikit.
I'm here, maggot.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Your last stroke of luck. Out of my way.
That's fine. Yeet.
This'll leave a scar.
Time to prove my mettle.
Parry.
It's as good as done.
To dodge.
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
Think we might lose this. All right.
At your beck and call.
Let's see. Attack. That's melee, not. Yeah.
I will
And those
reduce
two?
you to dust.
Charge. Keep that out.
Time to slaughter someone.
What weapon are you using that gives you that range?
As the Emperor commands,
Oop.
I act. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Shoot him again.
The Emperor commands, I act.
All right. You guys move in.
Not my worst day. Let's get to it.
Good parry. Good parry.
Army of pain won't stop me.
Ow.
Can't catch my breath. I won't stand for it.
Oh, he just got knocked down.
On it.
Double slug.
as good as done. I'll see
Swin.
to it personally.
Victory is imminent.
Reckless strike.
Indeed.
Good shit.
We'll rule the stars themselves. At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
Put him down.
It will be
Charge.
done. I will do my duty.
Good hit.
Let's make it quick.
Just need to tough it out.
Come on.
Hold on.
Moving out.
Doubt is for the weak.
Boop.
As the Emperor commits is why I was chosen. I'll do it.
Alright, he's gonna die on his turn.
Let's get to it.
Did the reload?
You never stood a chance. I'm still standing. Just barely.
Attack him. Him.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. Here's my
Him.
perfect moment.
I'm not interested.
To here.
Indeed. It will be done. At your beck and call.
Cut him down.
Reduced to dust.
Move to here. Shoot him.
You should have thought twice before
Got hit
crossing.
twice.
That's not the seneschal's job.
Hit the wrong button.
Follow my lead. I will do my
Charge.
duty. One fewer target.
Up to here.
Let's get to it.
Good hit.
Here we go.
Alright, opened up. Victory time, tragedy, Betons, our allies are waiting on the other side of the stage rift, so let us not waste time. Are you coming with us? I will bring up the rear. What exactly awaits on the other side? By his grace may turn out to be true. Onward. The Emperor is watching. Let's not falter under his gaze. Trophy las gun. Hmm.
I always have a backup
Over to
plan.
here. And then conscious, but the stubborn Xenos prevents him from expiring.
Fate and fortune favor the bold. Who, if not me?
Mm. Give me that. Gives you a bit of range.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Enter the portal. Very subtlety. We're going to skip past this. Trust support realize that something is amiss. The thousands of Charlie are around you, the towering bolt of abnormally bloated muscles, whose face is hidden behind a black mask. None of it fits the commissar's description of a quiet dot. You've brought good meat. You have done well, commissar. I believe I'm starting to see how this game is played. It's alright, it won't be so durable next time. Oh wait, there won't be a next time. For comrades, deceiving manipulation, nudging you towards your death has been an honor and a pleasure. I'm gonna kill him. Foolish meat falls to the same trick every time. Here's what happens to you now. They're about to unleash fighters and beasts that will seek and eviscerate you, so try to survive until the end of the fight, meat. No one will be expecting more from you. But should you kill something after all, do it painfully unless the master's craving for death agony is sated. They will release me into the arena and you will regret that. Got it? When you offer me a chance to skin a few of your friends, I can hardly wait. You're amusing overconfident fools, like you always die first. Off with you, meat.
Rejoice, spire dwellers, for I have come to slake your fatal thirst. May the vicious hunt commence today.
Get to that's you.
My wild hounds will enter the arena to taste the blood of its wretched challengers. Bathe your souls in their suffering. Make your guesses at whether the prey can overpower the predators.
Oh, I can. Without a doubt.
If you're looking for more refined entertainment, watch the ousted Draken of the Reaving Tempest fight for his life against the glorious champions of the arena, the blood-stained proselytes.
So he's fighting with us. That was a space marine. He just parried it with a knife. You are joining my team.
Is that all? Will you just give me your pet jesters? Don't be offended if I break your playthings, Kikeros.
Here's hoping you do.
Let the fatal thirst be quenched!
Thirst be quenched.
Suffer not the heretic to live.
Alright, so I cannot make my way down to there yet. Or over to there. Want you there. Alright, one sec. Okay. Need to find my fucking blood letter. Drizzly adjudication.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
Alright, so apprehend didn't do shit. Alright, so he has deflection. Protect.
I'll see to it personally.
Faith
Oh.
without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands you, my Emperor!
Oh. Shoot him.
This is why I was chosen.
Alright, you're gonna take 15 damage this time.
Out of my way. Let's get to it. Let's make it quick. Hold on.
Stop fucking shooting me. Okay, it dodged.
It will be done.
Please stop dodging.
Victory is imminent.
Provocation.
Indeed.
Let's get to it.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Here we go.
That's fine.
It's as
Him?
good as done. I'll see to it.
Murder him.
personally. Don't
Move to
let
here.
your guard down.
Okay, so it's all incoming damage from every second successful attack.
On it.
Okay, shoot
Arrows
him.
for the weak. As the Emperor commands.
Okay, just full negation. You fucking twat.
Out of my way.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
So they're focusing up on him.
My place is at the fore.
Move to
Tried
here.
and tested tactics are the best ones. It will
Favorite
be done.
enemy.
Someone
Charge.
else can do this.
Butter. There.
At your beck and call.
Charge.
Let's make it quick.
Okay, so first one hit. Alright, did that one.
Accept your lot.
I'm not interested.
Favorite enemy.
Victory is imminent.
It was already on him. Didn't have to do that.
It will be done. An
Good.
exemplary strike. Target well struck. At your beck and
Attach me. Just one dead. Body freaks the fuck out. Endure. He has so many temporary hit points. Surround him.
I'll
Again.
see to it personally. Let's make
Over to
some
here.
opportunities. Who if not me?
There we go.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
3 shots.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Shoot him.
This is why I was chosen.
Okay, it's just us versus this one.
Hold on.
Reckless
No
breach.
matter the cost. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Charge him.
An exemplary strike.
I messed that up. I should have did it after his full turn.
Let's get to it. Here we go.
Hit him. It's under 100. Shoot him. Drop that. Need to find you a bolter.
For you, my Emperor.
You're good.
I've suffered worse. At your beck and call.
Favorite enemy. Reckless strike. Nail his ass.
Reduced to dust.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Oh, so it's us against you now?
A tactically
Move
sound
up.
approach.
Go to him.
I took care of this one.
End
I
this.
will do my reduced to dust.
If you enjoyed it, are you surprised the fallen Drakan was defeated by the best warriors of the arena? The cult appreciates that Mazai Azrai has been granted the right to join the Bloodstained Frostblades, our choice of champions. Release flaws. Guarantees solid plasteel.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
The Ripper. Eight. Where blots, dodger parries. But he won his. He fucking mastered his.
Is there money to be made?
College in his days at the starting to try draft and destroying bodies now to it. That Sergeant Vijatis, I recognized him. I know his voice. Giantis, help me. We have to save these people from this torture. On here, I did the shouts, eliciting a wave of approving cheers. Atari hits one of the droning bodies, blatantly savoring his untouchability. You shall die. Impossible. Abelard shakes his head, looking at the prisoner. How do you propose we do that? There has to be a way. I can't simply stand here and watch. Because he listened to your sermons after all. Give him the true commissar's release. The Emperor's blessing is given to you. The shot rings out, and the figure pinned to the side of the ship flinches and stills. Freezes and turns to face you. Her eyes are brimming with rage, astonishment, and unending sorrow. Her face momentarily twists into a grimace, but then she drops her head and begins whispering a prayer.
Let us not dawdle.
It's all we should have done for him. Here's my strength. I not get Eldari? Combat Master. Deal +1 and 10% more damage and or 2 deflection. Pretty sure ballisted still. Collect all. Back in the chasm. Motley colored, lawn limbed doll. Forget your riddles for a moment. I'm looking for missing companions. Do you know anything about their whereabouts? Life so dearly the merchant prize to boldly disrupt night's melody. To lose the path and yet been touched again, discover such the outcast lot. On the perilous street, she treaded a bloody trail that leads her on through pain and wickedness. One who mastered flesh mysteries, the soul enigma that plagues his mind, all those who glint unnoticed by the rest, he holds prisoner within his hall. I've no intentions of dancing to your tune. What is the dance you intended drawing on? Just know already vetted on a knife edge minute you must perform between oblivion foes and your own. So heed my sonnet well, it holds the key. A melody song agony, beguiling now and rending flesh but chewed through the sinewy bone and drizzly pedantry. It calls the blood-soaked drape to come unstitched. A haggard chorus in the hall behind. The flesh employed to serve the mastro's art. No prayer for mercy slips from throats confined. The baton sets the beat of every heart. Everything is perfectly clear. There's a certain mastro of flesh who conducts experiments on the bodies of others. It is a laboratory that can only be accessed by fighting the arena to draw his attention. With his assistance, I will be able to escape the chasm. Oh yes, your name is not Turn of Oblivion. Have I missed anything? Theodore stills and looks at you intently. He is not accustomed to anyone so adornedly and quickly navigating the verbal labyrinth. That much is clear. At last you hear a low chuckle behind his mask, and the Xenos claps his hands slowly, saying only one word: bravado. Bravo. An indigo ripple passes over the Xeno's body, and he dissipates like a bad dream.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright. Darius runs a hand over her face before turning to you. Her pale skin is tightly stretched over the bones of her skull. Her eyes have lost their glimmer, and her neck is stooped under an unseen burden, and yet you still recognize your elite, Lavris, your former companion, and the reason for your imprisonment within these dark walls. Alantat, you're alive? It looks at you in disbelief. Your voice. Do I hear a semblance of jubilation? But how can that be, Alantat? Because of me, you. One of the Xenos who were watching your late torture a silent victim step forward. Did the Monkai come to taste the pain? Then you must have patience. Our little guests still have much more suffering to extract from her first victim. Your prey is far from empty, Yearlet. Do not hold back. The suffering overwhelms me. No, I cannot bear it any longer. Why are you doing this to her? Our little Jess is learning the art she inherited lost eons ago. The art of delight, unhampered by meaningless taboos, the art of extracting rapture from another's flesh against the will of its owner, and the art of watching the path, the Drukari, of the Drukari. Isn't that right, my lost Asarani? The path to Drukarila echoes the Xenos words, and the sound of her voice is feeble and hollow as an echo. I intend to find a way out of this place. What about you? Are you inviting me to come with you? Inviting me to the stars, Alantat? You are losing focus, sister. Your spirit stone is at sta. Yet swift and precise. The blade pierces Yukari's throat, and he collapses, clutching the wounds and drenching the floor in his blood. His kin move to draw their weapons, but freeze, transfixed by the sight of their brother thrashing in agony. Enough. It is hard to tell whether he is shouting or wailing. Enough of this senseless, aimless torture. This is not my path, and it will not. This is not my path, and it will never be mine. She turns to you with a faint glimmer of hope on her guarded face. But first I must ask, Alantat, after what I did, drive away the night of my blindness with the morning rays of clarity. Have you truly found strength to forgive me? No, you will find no forgiveness. I will take whatever help I can get to escape. We have to have words, reasons for you. Your reasons make no difference to me. I forgive you. Even if you lost your way, I will be here to help you find it again. Ignatius, the pain in your gaze gives way to another new emotion, tender and inexpressibly sad. My eyes are blind to overlook the generosity of your soul. If only I had cast off my doubts and had coiled around me like a venomous serpent. If only I had sought to share my pain with you. Perhaps we would not be standing in the snare of the Dark City now. Her reply, timid and apologetic, is barely audible. I know you have many questions for me, Ignatius, and I vow to give you every answer, but please let us first depart this terrible place, away from the nightmares that sink their stings into the darkest recesses of my ravaged soul.
I align my path with yours. For now.
I'm ballisted still. Chain weapon. This. Atari lawn rifle. $15 to $17, $18 to $25. One-handed. Assassin.
I have traveled far darker paths.
I always keep my options open.
Or Xenos.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
When he grows eyes, mouths, and tentacles are constantly appearing and disappearing in the ocean of his flesh. Mistake warp distortion for the severity of anything else.
A trivial task.
empty vials lie on the ground. It contains Repatron, a stimulant that heightens one's perception in moving objects, but hinders their ability to see stationary objects.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Searing pain. Search that. Pastel. A tortured figure wrapped in prison looks like nothing like the Pastel Haman you knew before. Before his silhouette hunched through, it may have been under the weight of a potential toil, used to radiate authority and the power of restricted knowledge. Now he simply looks broken. His raiment is soiled, and the dark red bloodstain and black blotches of the sacred unguents. His method dendrites wiggle sluggishly like dying snakes. Look closely at him. Typically say the procedure that Pascal has undergone was torture, sacred augmentation, or vivisection, flesh covered in fresh sutures intersprayed with wounds that no one has taken the trouble to stitch up. An ordinary human would have long since bled out, but the Firman Sanctorum sustains the bodies of the Adeptus machine god. His metallic insides are exposed to the eye in all their vulgar and bloody nakedness. Can you hear me? This statement is true, Ignatius. What happened to you? An act of defilement. The unit was subject to profane invasion. The dry words coming from the VOD speaker rustled like sand under the cold layer of formality. You sense panic. A Xenos touched the Firmum Sanctorum, removed parts of it and changed other parts, branded my flesh with the ulcers of forbidden metal. Is there any way I can help you? The statement is false. The impure augments were inserted into the technical cycle of the operation of the true flesh. The direct excision will, with an undetermined yet highly degree of probability, cause the cessation of vital functions. Why not the edge of the wound? What did they change? Determining numerous replacements in the chain of command disrupts alterations have been made to the operational algorithm of the encoder inside my cortical augments. Pascal now speaks with a complete indifference and calm, as if reading an inventory of spare parts at a warehouse. The chemical inject analyzer has been destabilized. There are other chains that I cannot understand what they are and what their function is. If it does not pose immediate threat to your life, leave the xenomaterial inside your body for now. We will deal with it later. Purge yourself of corruption. Is your faith in the machine god so feeble that you would allow your body to harbor the tainted xenotech alongside the true flesh? I am the Messiah's servant. I am his warrior. Flesh is feeble, but ritual honors the machine. Pascal sinks his hand to the open room, crumples the fragile augment with his metal fingers, and tears it out. The metal pieces drag wires and veins along, causing a torrent of blood to gush forth. Cleansing process initiated. The process will be complete. The unit is ready to serve. Praise the Omnissiah. Weapon skill. Plasma weapon expert.
Keep your wits about you.
I sense something nearby.
Alright. Activate that.
My success
Got more goods up here. Sort of every combat, the wearer's allies gain deflection equal to the wearer's psi rating. Whenever an ally suffers any damage, then loses non-temporary wounds, its effect is removed from the ally. Wraithbone Grenade. Roast attacks of opportunity from all distant enemies. When the wearer gains toughness bonus, temporary wounds for each attack of opportunity provoked by an area attack.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
That might be worthwhile. Who did you murder over here?
I have learned much in my exile.
The ease of which the flyer took to the air suggests that their body must be extremely light. Even small projectiles must pose a grave danger to them midair. Goods. Activate.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Hand of Offense, whereas melee attack damage increased by plus 0%. The wearer's Deadeye Shot critical hits triggers exposed weakness against the affected enemy until the end of combat. Xenospam Grenade. Xenospasm Grenade. Deals 20 to 40 piercing damage, 40% armor penetration, additional 30 mental damage. Okay. Times psi rating. Okay, so that does you no good. All right. Drawn with massive blades would be deadly weapon on the battlefield. Tech use. Power of Honor.
Operation successful.
Tech use.
The machine god grants me insight. This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Is there money to
All
be made?
right. All the way over to here. that in.
Operation successful.
More of those. Does not spend movement point during their turn. They double their cover, effectively half cover, and half cover until the end of the wearer's next turn. Alright, so we're doing that. Just an ability that ends the attacker's turn and deals an additional plus 30% machine damage and 50% armor penetration. Where this badge gains a stat of versatility, they also gain plus 3 momentum. Alright, so we have you we need to kill. We can get over to there. That requires Lord Xenos. I'm also curious and figuring out if anything is different over here.
Always have a backup plan.
Examine the corpse now.
Too hard for a simple monkey?
Skin the corpse. Morriston was stitched with flexible crystal threads whose colors shift to match their surroundings and conceal the wearer. Does that fucking do anything for me? Wait, now make sure that's fun to find some interesting samples. Choosing these, we'll start an errand. Okay. Okay, so these are all part of like some random fucking bullshit I can do. All right. Bastard doesn't have any fucking weapons on him, though. Long Laz, great sword. All right. Right.
An expected result.
We're gonna fight this fucker.
I will wipe your disgusting presence out of existence.
Boop. Boop. Oh, that fucking hurts.
I move swiftly
To here.
strike. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Good hit. It's a tat that does not count towards the tat per limit.
I understand your intent. If it serves your cause.
Plus cover efficiency, if in cover, plus 50%, plus 50%.
This
Analyze
is
enemy.
beneath me. If I must.
This.
I'll do it. As the Emperor
Shoot him.
commands. Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
Perfect. And 24.
I'll make it happen.
We are much better off closing the distance and swinging on him.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
That's an ability that ends the attacker's turn and deals. Your machine, right?
Happen.
My vow is to serve. Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Spray.
Prognosis is favorable.
Nail him. Buff everybody.
Generic override. Cogitation failed.
He's at half damage. Step back.
At your beck and call. Indeed. That's not the Seneschal's job. At your
Charge in. Good fucking parry. Ow. Good. Shit.
I will do my duty. It will be done.
Catch me. Most creature is flailing and its limbs faintly. Its poor and broken. Its body is broken and bears the signs of combat, but it seems no one is planning to repair it. You can see the glistening flesh under the cracked carapace and the bunches of wire that permeate it. The armored plates rise slowly, and the creature emits a wistful creaking sigh full of regret. Close-up Pastel's method to netherite cling loudly. The visor emits a series of clinking, switching the observation spectrum. Pastel hands automatically reach for the combi tool at his belt as his eyes closely watch the dying creature. Examine the creature. Every limb of the creature had the hard ones. Every limb of the creature, the hard ones on skeletal paws and the flexible ones on mechanical cords, it's whipped with a variety of implements similar to surgical tubes, the jagged circular saws, twisted drills, and vibrating monoscalpels promise unbearable pain. It's a torture device. I'd like to study it. Request approved. Have fun, buddy. Pastel suddenly freezes and takes a step back. Process interrupted. An operational collision has been detected. What was this machine built for? Was it hypothesis such construct of a mobile execution chamber? A subject is immobilized by the implements placed inside the construct and subjected to highly painful disposal via chemical injection. The biological remains are preserved in the built-in reservoir of the construct. The initial chemical analysis of the remains yields an abnormal result. It is as if pain of the victim of this machine is dissolved in them. It is circulating in the metal veins of this creature. It can feel everything. The nature of the damage indicates the unit has been in combat. I hypothesize that the construct sent into the arena based on the current condition. The results of the combat test was unsatisfactory, otherwise the unit would have been repaired. This is an engine of pain, Alantat, an executioner treated by the depravity of the Twisted Cousins, living flesh fused into a mechanism whose sole purpose is to inflict as much pain as it can. Before it gives up the ghost. Mend this creature, we're taking it with us. For us denied, the inflicted damage is critical, the subject cannot be repaired. Study before it gives up the ghost. Quest approved as doctrinal Tourette. Let the cycle be discontinued. Let the ignorance be discontinued. Life Sunderer. Capable of raining fragmentations of projectiles drafted onto the biological body of the Shantas by the cruel homunculus. Its magnetic enemies or source critical hit the game +5 lethality until the end of combat. Regains +50% lore Xenos, +50% lore warp. Alright.
Experience? Nothing matters more.
Up we go. Here.
Keep your wits about you.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Shut this.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Change towards Medicaid.
The machine god grants me insight.
More resilient than regular tissue and capable of standing tremendous strain during a fight.
Is there money to be made?
Head into here. Search them. Go grab a drink. Then we'll go confront the commissar. Alright, and we go to the pit. Oh. My brothers and sisters, it's time for you to meet our greatest ally. Rotator in nature unvouched himself as part of the resistance. I asked you, how can we fail with someone so mighty fighting on our side? Most of the Xenos have already tried to kill him in the arena, yet their efforts were for naught. The Emperor protects. gives his inspirational speech while looking you right in the eye without a shred of shame. His words draw smiles of amazement and exhilaration from the people around him. You have never seen any of them before. You condemned them to death, you lied to us, and now I have come to exact retribution. Say nothing and do not interfere. Emperor, I sent you to death. I have to surrender you for the betrayal of every soul you sent to slaughter. Brothers and sisters, in arms, we've been betrayed to battle. Let us spill the blood of he who obeys the unhallowed whims of the Xenos for the Emperor. However, the soldiers seem hesitant to reply. They glance back and forth, distrustfully between the Commissar and the known hero of the Imperium who has challenged him. Listen to me. The Commissar is a liar and traitor who has sent many people to their deaths to save his own hide and stay in the Xenos disgrace. Seize him. I said seize him, not kill him. Commissar Cap. So our plus 10 fellowship also grants fellowship bonus, critical hit chance, both to the wearer and their allies. Shrieker Arsenal. Ranger Armor. Strength plus toughness. And the Astartes Chain Sword. Combat Shotgun. Thank fucking Christ. Mars Pattern Shotgun. I'll be using that one. $27 to $35. So at 24. $17 to $28. Combat Shotgun. See, 10% true hit chance. What's in the Commissar's arsenal? Fucking Bolter. Thank you. Time. Every time then more than 2 targets are damaged, the leader's area attacks. By the leader's area attacks, the leader gains +9 momentum. Whereas critical hit chance bonus is doubled against Xenos, Demons, and Psychers. Put that on. Specifically for dodge. non-Odari enemies. More than 65. $25 to $32. Just because of the fact you can't miss. $18 to $26. Commissar flat breastplate. It's light. Bonus to weapon skill and ballistics. I don't have a high intelligence on this character. You have a higher intelligence. Survey the den. The resistance fighters are looking at you with a mixture of fear and deep respect. Set many desperate victims to the trap of entertaining the Xenos. You must know, the man who called himself the Commissar was a traitor and accepted the Xenos. His promises to escape were nothing but lies. Do you wish to repent, traitor? Anjay, you little Volkai, while you clan. Gurgling voice. I will not become like the Xenos. You are free to go. Better think on what you have to barter for your freedom. Commissar shoots you a venomous gaze. There is something you must know. The man who called himself the Commissar is a traitor and accepted the Xenos' promises and escaped with nothing but lies. Runs the ranks. One day we shall die for him, not as cowards, but as heroes. My comrades, be strong. The faith the Emperor prepare. Emperor Ace von Vestas, give you my word, I will lead you out of this place. The united impulse, the crowd falls to their knees before you. You see their eyes awestruck and warm like sunlight as they offer their many-voiced prayer to the Emperor. You hear your name uttered over and over. Where did Malice keep his trophies? They are mine now. This is everything we found in the vile den. We searched all and Sly Xeno's secret caches and stashes. Some extra special stash. You can say, who can say, humanling? You can tear the den apart piece by piece. You can torch me. You will find nothing. We Slash know how to shut out our sense of pain. We are suppressed and will suppress. And will suppresses have no effect on us, so there is no way you can get your hands on my treasures. Open the cage, give me a knife, get on your knees, and let me carve open your throat. I will reveal the secrets to you as you die. In the next fight, you are coming with me. You shall make the arena drink of Xenos blood. You should have shown greater hospitality when I first came to you. The Xenos are assuming his rightful place. They do. That's Life of the Spires. You serve me now. Not a chance. If I do, you might live, humanly, and I would be sitting in the cage. No, your problems are your own. Fine, I sentence you both to death. Commissar Head, Hotshot Laz, Radiant Chest Piece, Chestplate. Put that on. There.
You came back from the dark, Elentark, unharmed. My body has already healed. The wounds of the soul will heal one day too. For suffering is a part of our life, not unlike love and fear and the desire to learn. The paths help the children of Asurion to endure any spiritual upheaval. And you, Elentark, did not allow me to stray from mine. For this, I am grateful.
Good, I'm glad you're grateful.
And yet, neither rest nor our reconciliation can soothe the savage turmoil in my soul. Kruderak is lost. We are trapped. And the truth remains as hidden from me as ever it was. What happened to my kin? What happened to my world? And why did my dark cousin tell me less than he knew?
I want to know everything, beginning to end.
I tried to learn to trust you, Elentark. Whatever your motives, you did. I returned to the palace in confusion. I waited for my fresh wounds to stop aching, and for the watchfulness of the surrounding monkey to fade like the mist on an autumn morning. But still, I had my doubts. Perhaps, I thought, I should discuss it openly with you. That monkey Achilles. There was something wrong about him. He kept disappearing at night. So one day, I followed him. Achilles was contacting Marajai, using an artifact that transmitted his master's orders. That is how I learned that the burnt monkey was about to betray you. Which meant my only chance to discover the fate of my homeworld was about to slip through my fingers. I could not wait any longer. I killed Achilles, took the artifact, and demanded answers from Marajai. He hinted at where I could go to look for the truth. You know what happened next.
We went through all that and you didn't even learn anything?
Alas, my cousin fell out of favor with the Archon. But even so, I doubt Marajai would reveal the truth. At least not before his dark soul was suffused with my suffering. My words
kill him?
will hardly console you, Elentark, but I killed the traitor. I fear the Dark Ones left too many scars on his fragile soul. Your loyal monkey broke, so I gifted him a swift death, free from the shame of betrayal.
Understood. I bet that's a trial.
I was meant to share your fate, Elentark, and vanish in the Dark City's rotting underbelly. But the Flesh Master gave a different order. His twisted mind was beset by a question. Could a child of Asurion be saved from the gaze of she who thirsts with intense re-education?
There should have been a pause there.
By replacing the influence of my spirit stone with the heady tang of pain that nourishes the followers of the dark ways? I donned the executioner's mantle. They allowed me to keep my spirit stone in exchange for the suffering of others. I survived, prayed for Asurion's mercy, and hoped to escape before the stone cracked under the torrent of pain and terror assaulting my soul. Before the experiment was complete.
What do you know about this place?
Kamora. This city grinds down the will of the strong and torments any who get tangled in its dark web. The fools are the first to die, and the shrewd perish regardless. I have never been here before, but few children of Asurion manage to escape the dark city without surrendering a part of their soul.
Other questions?
Elantak, I promised that I would no longer hide my worries behind an icy wall of pride and doubt. And so I want to explain myself. But are you willing to hear me out?
I am.
Not here. The words of my truth are intended.
Okay. So speak them. This is my first time ever having to explain myself like this. But you, more than anyone, deserve to know the truth. I understand how unworthy I am in your eyes. This may sound like a ridiculous excuse, but I don't want to betray you, Ignatius. I only wish to learn the truth about Trudart's demise and find my kin. And when I saw the shard of my world in your dwelling, the trophy mounted on the wall, I was beside myself with fear and rage. And when my dark cousins whispered in my ear that he knew the answer to my question, I made a mistake. I trusted my kin, and fearing that you might refuse me if you knew where I had been getting my orders from, I simply asked you to direct your ship to the particular system. Did I trust Mazrai? No, of course not. I thought he spoke to my kin's location to trust my soul, and he wanted me to go there to find only death instead of them. But hope for better prevailed over my faith. Hope prevailed over my faith in you. Your lit sides awkwardly avoiding your gaze. Filled with hope, the thought never crossed my mind that the single thread forever slipped from my grasp would lead us to the vast heart of the Dark City. I am sorry, Ignatius, and I wanted you to know that. Faith in me, did I hear that? I already told you that I know nothing about the shard. For on to ignore my predecessor. I have always been honest with you, Lit. You, however, lied to me from the start. I understand why you did that, and I forgive you. I give you my word, Ignatius, I will never betray your trust again, and you have shown great compassion by accepting me and forgiving my deed. I do not know if I would have been able to do the same. It pains me that the hardships you have endured because of me, and you still suffer. In this cursed arena, in this cursed city, I also pause as if it has to continue. My soul is crushed, Elantat. The loss of Trudart, the horrors of Tamarad, the Atari attempts to re-educate me. I have fully paid the price. I had lost my path and can no longer meditate. My body and my soul know no peace now, and that means that she who thirsts will soon turn her predatory gaze on me. Can that happen? Come up with a meditation, but I can prepare to stay with you and share the silence. That way you'll be able to forget about the horrors of Camarade, if only for a little while. Reason for accepting a gesture of you, then gesture for you to take a seat nearby. We had a saying in Trudart, in silence you can hear a heartbeat, the music of the soul trying to burst out. Please share the wordless song with me, Ignatius, and may it bring peace to us both. Also been to resolve. Where did she go?
Rogue trader, being reunited with the Emperor's Chosen is a balm to my soul.
We found a way out of this
I
place.
have made no attempt to do so. What need do I have to know of the depravity of the enemies of humanity, when all I want is to burn it all in pure, raging flame? I already know all I need to. This place is evil, but there are servants of the Emperor here worthy of salvation.
Find a way out of here.
We do. And I swear to fight for that end, and not to lose hope, even when deceit, corruption, and treachery surround us on all sides.
I must take my leave.
May Terra's light be with you, Rogue Trader.
Lord Captain, I serve at your pleasure.
You haven't seen your departed wife again?
I have not seen her, Lord Captain. But there are times when I think I hear her laughing in the distance. Or I sense hands touching me, as she used to do, to distract me from my sorrowful ruminations. But I know the difference between reality and fantasy. Now I fear I shall simply have to learn to live with this ghost that appears only to me. With this vision of the past.
How are you feeling?
I fear, Lord Captain, that without the intervention of an experienced rejuvenate adept, I will not be able to overcome this frailty on my own. Blessed throne, it is hard to be a helpless old man. I always hoped I would die, long before the day my back and hands gave out. And look at me now.
Any thoughts?
I am sorry to say I do not. If we had our ship and crew at our disposal, we could be safely within its walls, conduct reconnaissance of this place, and in the end, meet our deaths in battle against the Xenos, as befits true servants of the God Emperor. However, we are deprived of our usual resources. Now we can only rely on our weapons and our wits.
You know anything about this place?
No, Lord Captain. And trust me, I hope to remain in this state of blissful ignorance until my dying day. Just knowing that this abyss exists at all is enough to poison my mind.
It is possible the Xenos Iliad could tell you something about this place. After all,
Pascal?
May these instructions protect the machine spirits that serve me from the blasphemies of corrupted technology.
How are you feeling after all the punishment your body has taken?
Functional parameters restored to suboptimal levels. In token of more
Betrayed?
reverse analysis is showing the act of sabotage to have been predictable. The directives to interacting with xenoraces warn about non-humans' proclivity.
Turning down the
for
opportunity to
breaching
comprehend
contracts.
xenotech to your own flesh and blood.
This statement is false. The adjacency of xeno-augmetics to the sacred metal of the machine god and their interaction with it resulted in algorithmic paradoxes and the blasphemous consequences thereof. The Omnissiah purifies and protects.
Right, clits and claws reasonably. Now we get out of here?
Strategic recommendation. Analysis has shown that the non-human community is racked by strife. Exploiting the Xenos' mutual differences can...
Rare opportunity.
This place is calling out to the Omnissiah for an act of purifying harmony
Well, fuck,
observed
alright.
here points to its anthematic nature. That being said, complete extermination is not advised.
Okay, so we've made some progress in the arena. Can we go in? Astral order that you to be let through. When you approach, I wish to pass. I'll kill you next time. I will show you which one of us is really meat. Rats matchless check in the body with matrosteroids causing rapid bone and muscle growth. $22 to $25. I tried to remove the thing from my brain. One sec. What? Ah, you're over here.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Mort? Did go let them using stranger. Such a disobedience past me. You're still not dead. An anomaly. I need help. But I see you will soon become a very obedient specimen. Convulsions, spasms, historical reactions. Come here. Creature pokes you in the chest, and a triangular fingernail easily penetrating your skin. A strange sound throbs to the edge of your awareness. A sound similar to your own scream. A spider-like figure looms over you. His limbs wave frantically, clittering and clinking. As they rip something apart from stitched it back together, you realize the canvas is your flesh. Xeno's gaze is indifferent and low voice echoes to the room. The sample has been extracted. The specimen is alive. Body and mind expected to function with normal parameters, Monkai. So what do I owe you now? You will serve me such as life inspires. The aberrant urges me to pay attention to you, allegedly extremely gifted self-specimen. Let us see if it make a good tool. Same as you, little mouse. Zeno points to the middle limb towards Lee, unless, of course, the darkness of comrade burns you as fast as the others. What does this mean, homunculus? Who knows, Asurani? Who knows? Xenos makes a chuckling sound. The Arbenin. The information should not burden your undeveloped mind. The aberration told me enough to give you a chance to enter the automata opera, and this is all you need to know. You return to the arena of the fatal thirst. You will kill a few of the witches fosterlings for me. Let me seal the blood of the one bloodstained proselyte. The homunculus looks eyes on you and delivers an impaired speech. You are long overdue for a small lesson in humility, and have forgotten. They are long overdue for a lesson in humility and have forgotten their place. They lack respect and do not appreciate my work. They fail to recognize my authority. Still staring into the distance, he continues to list his grievances with maniacal thoroughness. Here comes Obvious and his fosterlings, the leader of the bloodstained proselytes that paid a visit to the Anthropometrical Theater. Take this opportunity to study them properly. They don't dare touch you here. I am not a contract killer. I employ contract killers. Never turn down the opportunity to kill a few Xenos. The response is sensible. If you behave like a good specimen, Monkai, you will eventually receive my help in escaping Camarade. The Fleshmaker is mad enough to help us escape in favor of his own unholy designs, but the price I'll untouch will be unfair and terrible. Obedience will be rewarded. Take your crude gear with you. I abhor such technological banality, but a creature as undeveloped as you may find it useful. You hear one of the joints Demon's arm click. Once you are finished with this, go and look at the ones who will be your executioners when the time comes for you to die. Remember, blah 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 blah. We got all our shit back. Sheer primitiveness of your technologies. Dose specimen delivered the fastest message of blood to the arena of witches. The homunculus gestures impatiently at your exit. How about you and your craft? What is your craft? Do you fucking shape flesh? Until this day, I could only dream of meeting such a wise and enlightened being. I have few equals in Camarade. My knowledge is vast and goes beyond the mysteries of flesh and essence. I have observed many dysfunctionaries where the destructive energies of the unreal eruption here in the Rubway. I have studied the devastating forces and learned to harness it. I attracted size cipherers to keep the space around the spire intact. I have touched knowledge so ancient, Tavares abruptly ends his speech, casts a special look at you, then snaps. It is not necessary for you to know of this specimen. Created by artists such as yourself, they really are. Shall find some interesting samples. identified the interrogation. Materials. The materials. Good specimen. Bring me more. I know who's delivered to you. You tortured my tech priest. Why? A bodyguard? Do you have her? Oh, do you think my reneging on that? You are of no use to me whatsoever. Free to help me. Twice now you've taken advantage of my weakness. There shall not be a third time. To me all that I demand of you, or live to regret it. Toss me from one side deck to the other. And dialogue. Or less save. Fuck! Come on.
I always have a backup plan.
For your help. Skip. Sigh, what do I owe you now? Tell you about me, you were Atari, would you binge of humans? Would worse me as you do everyone else. We're dealing, I am not a contract killer. You and your craft. Bring me such a wise and enlightened being. I'm there, I found some materials suitable for a new monster. Why? Help me. Alter pay a being to brilliance and intention may graciously grant me. No, we speak to this no more. Precious time, I'm willing to pay for it. It's 2 years of a victim's life and mutilate their bodies. Are you able to heal that? Dangerous prospector. I've been rather grave since my arrival in Kamarad. Can you mend my body? I'll never pay it. I need equipment if you don't kill your enemies. I just have a club or a sharp stick. Self-destruct, algorithm, the smell of fear. To wear blots and attack, they gain 14 wounds. There are corpses' arms sticking out between the bars. You are nothing but a weapon designed to spill blood. You have no will of your own, and thus you cannot resist him. Admit it. He has sullied you, shattered you, and your unholy imitation. You should not have accepted this by now. Both figures have the facing that there is no mistaking one for another. One of them is twisted into a still mask-like grimace of loathing. It rasps as if ripping its own throat apart. You are traded to serve as a tool. You do not have the capacity to oppose the hand that commands you. This is why sooner or later you will succumb. The other wears a smile, both mocking and pained at once, like the first figure. This one seems unable to rid itself of its expression. You are ruined, and this is why the Undying One refuses to take you away. Now you're prey for the wicked and their playthings. After taking a better look at the doppelgangers, you notice faint stars on the skin left by the scalpel that has transformed their appearance. Subtle as the sculptor's handiwork may be, it does not stand up to the scrutiny. Your fabrications. Who were you before the homunculus changed you? Why do you play along with this deception? We are her. We are shreds of a soul that is crushed and cursed. Do you not recognize your servant in her new form, Daman? The wicked spawn never stops grinning blazingly. Do you think she is cleaner than us, Daman? She is broken nothing to shake Kabbalah you knew before you were warped. Before you was a warped imitation of who she was. Repulsive, tainted. Examine the cage. Each corpse has one or two brutal indentation, lethal wounds, a pierced heart, a slashed throat, a black void instead of an eye socket. Each body, both the living and dead alike, has the same face, Kabbalah's face. What happened? I must think. You should just leave me here, Daman. Leave me and do not come back. I am cursed. What happened here? I've interrupted the blasphemers. Every time I found myself upon death's threshold, he claimed a part of my soul to create this. Unhallowed replicas, my soul is mutilated and I am a mockery of what I once was, and I cannot fight, not anymore. Not even the most skillful among the blasphemous Xenos can fracture the soul of one of his servants. The Muntulus is playing a mind game with Kabbalah by convincing her that his puppets are all part of her. In truth, it is merely a intricate depiction. I'm taking you away from here. I don't care what you say, I'm taking you the fuck away. On terrorism, such weapons still reduced by 10. The shot Tabala suffered from the Tavis prison has left an indelible mark on her mind. It will take some time for the horror to fade away. You're toying with your mind. That's right. Murder them, and out you come. Ten weapon skill, 2% more damage. Enemy's turn. Enemy must pass a toughness resistance test with a minus strength bonus penalty. It failed. Mess up that's the enemy dealing 100% more damage. That's soul pattern chain sword. Wait. Go. It's a 12. To 16. Good. Down to the arena.
Is there money to be made?
We have our deadliest person badge, so... Take that. Into the arena. Got to here.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, excuse me. Do we enter the arena through in here? Oh shit, you're all the way down here. This is open now.
You came back from the dark, Elentark? Unharmed.
Get his strength, more trials yet to
So
come.
was that-
You? Right there.
For we are thy blades, washed in blood and darkness. For we are thy wings, broken and featherless. When the crimson flood comes and the river of death flows, guard us from weakness. Burn away the fear and despair that stain our souls, for they are thine to claim.
You wish to speak with me.
You. That sounds so strange, considering how many knees were made. Can you be sure you are talking to the same woman you were close to?
I can.
For all you know, you left her body lying there in the Xenos' cage, where we died and rose to profane life. And now, just when I need the blood-spun web the most, my family, my pillar, is so far away. I didn't notice it at first. This cold that cloaked my shoulders and has been weighing them down ever since we came to this dark city. The cold of solitude. Everything around me feels wrong, repulsive to my nature. But you don't feel this petrifying fear, do you? Your world and the world of the Xenos aren't all that different, are they? Both are full of duplicity and masks that cover fake aspirations and a hunger for pleasure.
Daughter Cassia. What are they against you? You're tightly wounded, you're not thinking
Are
straight.
you, Domin? We are trapped in a waking nightmare that scorns all that is holy. How do I know that the Xenos rot hasn't poisoned you, too? Our bond, Domin. Our bond was a mistake. I can't pass this trial because my thoughts are distracted by pointless worries.
It's not a mistake.
My grief is all the bitterer for knowing the truth. Though worry for you stabs at my mind without remit, yours is occupied with thoughts of another, the one you've tied yourself to, in the same way we are bound.
What do you mean?
Venai Cassia, I've seen the way she looks at you, the way you look at her. You crave her fluttering soul. Why? Is it because it's so easy to break? The evasive Viljai is not your equal, neither in soul nor in thought. Her shallow words and farcical deeds are but a colourful shell that cannot conceal just how little remains of her teetering faith. The very orchestrator of our capture, Vil Irliet. Your bond is but
Irliet.
one of the reasons why we couldn't foresee the betrayal. And you would trust her with your shadow? Let her breathe the same air we do?
I would.
Whatever has stretched the thread between us, we must stop it. It blurs our reason, robs our thoughts of their cold clarity, makes us lose the path through the labyrinth. The Vizier told us.
Do you understand? Spontaneous in the air, turning into an unturnable pause. Tabella closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and finally breaks the silence first.
I must return to the labyrinth, perform the dance, spin new threads, remind myself of the blood-spun web, restore my spirit. I will make this journey by myself. I'm sorry, but I need some time alone, Domin.
It's in. All right. All right, we're gonna call it there for right now. Thank you